before humans had fully explored the dense rainforests of Central America, before science understood life between fire and greenery. There already existed a world where nature is constantly changing, and life must adapt every single day. Among the dense rainforests and smouldering volcanoes of Guatemala live mysterious creatures, silent predators, and species that survive in an environment that is always transforming. A world of fire, jungle, and survival instinct. Guatemala. Welcome to Wild Guatemala, survival between the jungle and the volcanoes. Please give us a like and subscribe to the channel to motivate us to create more quality content. Don't forget to leave your comments below so we can discuss together. Let's begin. There is a place where the green jungle embraces ancient secrets. The quetzal flutters like a free, resplendent soul, carrying the light of paradise. The vast immensity of the sky and earth resonates with the call of life. In the darkness, silent steps shake the ground. With eyes that seem to see everything, imposing giants rise, narrating the stories of the earth and sky. This is not just a region. It is a magical, vibrant, and infinite story that connects human beings with their deepest roots. Guatemala, the jewel of Central America, is a place where natural beauty and historical depth intertwine to create a world full of charm. With an area of more than 108,000 square kilometers, it is located on the isthmus that connects North and South America. This country is like an open book where each page tells a wonderful story. Imagine standing before a land where imposing smoking volcanoes rise majestically. Green tropical jungles stretch to the horizon, and crystal clear lakes reflect the sky like mirrors. This is not just a place to admire, it is a paradise to explore. Each region of Guatemala vibrates with its own rhythm. From the cool highlands caressed by pure breezes to the tropical jungles bursting with life, where every breath is impregnated with wild energy. The climate here is a gift of nature, mild and temperate in the highlands, but intense and vibrant on the coasts. There is no other place in the world where you can experience such absolute diversity as in Guatemala. More than 30 volcanoes, some still active, stand like giant protectors of this unique land. However, Guatemala is not only beautiful for its nature, it is also the cradle of ancestral memories and the legendary Maya civilization. In the heart of the dense Petén jungle, the pyramids of Tikal rise toward the sky, telling the story of a people deeply connected to the earth and the cosmos. The Mayas did not just live with nature, they venerated it, believing that every tree, every mountain was the home of gods. The volcanoes were doors between the earthly and the divine world, while the jungles were the origin and renewal of all life. Today, Guatemala preserves the breath of its past, but it is full of the vitality of the present. Its people, with warm smiles and generous hearts, invite you to walk through their stories and celebrate their vibrant traditions. The colourful festivities, dances, crafts, and prayers still reflect the deep bond of Guatemalans with their land. Are you ready to embark on this adventure? Guatemala is not just a destination. It is an experience that will be engraved forever in your heart. Standing in the highlands of Guatemala, you will feel the absolute force of nature. The Tajumulco volcano, with an altitude of 13,845 feet, is the highest point in all of Central America. Imposing volcanoes such as Pacaya, Fuego, and Acatenango are not only natural wonders, but also the soul of this land. Nature here never rests. Rivers of incandescent lava and the silent roar from the depths of the earth are witnesses to its constant activity. However, it is precisely this majesty and ferocity that originates life. At the foot of these volcanoes, the fertile soils not only nourish trees and crops, but also the faith of the people, cultivated over thousands of years of history. The ancient Mayas believed that volcanoes were portals connecting the human world with that of the gods. They performed sacred rituals at the foot of the mountains, praying for abundant rains and prosperous harvests. Each volcano was seen as a living being, a protective god of the land and those who inhabit it. The Guatemalan highlands are also home to the quetzal, the national and legendary bird of this country. From the heights of the majestic volcanoes, while listening to the whisper of the forest, nature narrates the history of this magical land. Light filters through the foliage and the quetzal crosses the sky like an ephemeral flash. Every time you see a quetzal, it is like witnessing a miracle. It appears softly and disappears in an instant. The quetzal lives at altitudes between 1,500 and 3,000 meters in the cloud forests that cover the mountain slopes. It is a medium-sized bird with a body length between 35 and 40 centimeters. Females have a discreet grey plumage, but males stand out for their spectacular tail feathers that can reach up to 60 centimeters long, far exceeding the size of their body. The quetzal's plumage shines like a masterpiece of nature. Its iridescent green changes tone depending on the light, mixing with the intense red of its chest and a white stripe on its belly. The bright yellow beak contrasts perfectly with its deep black eyes, conveying a sense of nobility and divinity. Just by seeing it, you can feel the purity and sacredness of nature. The quetzal is not only beautiful, but also mysterious. It is difficult to spot due to its reserved nature and its ability to camouflage perfectly in the forest. Its song resonates softly in the distance, like an echo in the mystical environment of the cloud forests. Encountering a quetzal is a rare experience that you will remember all your life. If you wish to see them, visit Guatemala between June and October, the mating season, when males proudly display all their magnificence. Every morning, the quetzal flies among the treetops in search of its favorite fruits from the wild laurel, which give it vital energy. It also consumes insects and occasionally small frogs. By feeding on fruits, it swallows the seeds whole and then disperses them through its feces, contributing to the maintenance and regeneration of the forest vegetation. Thousands of years ago, the Mayas venerated the quetzal as a sacred being. They considered it the incarnation of Kukulkan, the feathered serpent god, bringer of life and balance to the world. According to tradition, the quetzal was the messenger of the gods. Its appearance was interpreted as an omen of good luck and peace. Maya kings wore headdresses and capes adorned with quetzal feathers in important ceremonies as a symbol of power granted by nature. However, the feathers were never plucked from live birds, as hurting the quetzal was an insult to the gods. In fact, the quetzal cannot be kept in captivity. If captured, it dies quickly, unable to survive away from its freedom. Therefore, the quetzal has become the absolute symbol of freedom, a value deeply appreciated by Guatemalans. The Mayas believed that seeing a quetzal was not just a moment of beauty, but also a divine message from the gods. They performed sacred rituals at the foot of the volcanoes and deep in the forests, praying for balance and harmony as a heavenly blessing. In those ceremonies, one seemed to feel the presence of the Creator manifested in the sublime beauty and freedom of the quetzal. Everything in life, according to them, was designed to live in harmony, freedom, and to glorify the Creator. Today, the quetzal is not just a part of nature, but also the spirit of Guatemala. Its image appears on the national shield and on the currency as a national pride. However, this majestic bird faces the threat of habitat loss due to deforestation and climate change. If the cloud forests disappear, the quetzal could also become a legend of the past. More than that, the quetzal symbolizes an eternal truth. Freedom is the most precious treasure, and nature is a gift that we must protect with gratitude and respect. The sky of the highlands is tinged with a soft golden tone as the sun sinks into the horizon. A light breeze caresses the grassy slopes, moving a soil that has witnessed thousands of years of history. In the midst of this scene, a delicate movement breaks the stillness. A white-tailed deer walks slowly through the meadows. An adult male, with a magnificent set of antlers, reflects the dim light of the sunset. He stops with ears high and bright eyes, scanning his surroundings, with a slight movement of his distinctive white tail. As if raising a small flag, he invites his herd. Several females and calves cautiously emerge from the nearby low bushes. The white-tailed deer is one of the most common animals in the Guatemalan highlands, but each sighting brings a sense of peace. It moves gracefully over rugged terrain. Its thin but firm legs cross the stones without making any noise. Although its size is not imposing, they measure between 80 and 100 centimeters to the shoulders. Its elegance and serenity make each movement a masterpiece of nature. They live mainly in grassland areas and at the edge of forests, where food is abundant. Their diet combines tender grass, leaves, and occasionally fallen fruits. But what is most notable about the white-tailed deer is its impressive capacity for adaptation. Even in arid and demanding landscapes, they play a crucial role as natural gardeners, helping to maintain the ecological balance by consuming vegetation and dispersing seeds. Thousands of years ago, the Mayas considered the white-tailed deer a sacred being. It appeared in important rituals as a bridge between humans and gods. It is said that in ceremonies of gratitude to nature, Maya kings wore headdresses in the shape of deer antlers, symbolizing strength, abundance, and gratitude. In Maya art, the deer frequently appears next to the sun god, representing life and light. The history of this species is not limited to culture and history. It also encompasses its survival instinct. During the mating season, males participate in intense competitions. They clash their robust antlers in duels to establish dominance over the herd, with the echo of their confrontations resonating in the tranquility of the highlands. However, outside of this season, their behavior becomes surprisingly peaceful, reflecting the characteristic calm of this region. Reproduction is seasonal, occurring mainly between October and December. After a gestation of about 200 days, females give birth to between 1 and 3 fawns in late spring or early summer, when food abounds. On their first day of life, fawns can already stand up in minutes and run in a few hours, a crucial skill for surviving in an environment where life and death are in constant interaction. The white-tailed deer occupies a vital place in the natural food chain. It is one of the jaguar's main prey, especially at sunset when the light fades and the deer lower their guard. Faced with danger, its state of alert changes instantly. Large ears rise, catching even the slightest noise. These marks tell small stories of their daily lives, where they looked for food, where they rested, and how they protected their herd. Today, the white-tailed deer continues to inspire the folk art of Guatemala, from traditional tales to colorful paintings. But beyond that, they are a living symbol of peace and abundance, an essential piece in the country's majestic natural mosaic. If you are fortunate enough to observe them on a quiet afternoon in the highlands, follow their slow movements, listen to their almost imperceptible steps, and you will feel a deep connection with nature, where every breath and every step is part of an endless story about life. Join us to explore the tropical jungle of Petén, the green heart of Guatemala. In this place, time seems to dissolve among the thick foliage, where the sun's rays barely manage to slip through some gaps to dance on the moss-covered ground. Everything here emanates an aura of mystery and vitality. The songs of unknown birds resonate from the heights. Fleeting movements shake the leaves, and the whispers of the forest seem to narrate secrets that only it understands. But do not be fooled by its apparent tranquility. Petén is a place where life and death lurk in every breath. Among the ancient trees, the silhouette of a Maya pyramid shyly appears. Its stone steps covered in green moss are silent witnesses to the sacred rituals performed thousands of years ago, now merged into the pulse of the jungle. The ancient Mayas believed that the Petén jungle was the home of the gods. They did not only live thanks to it, but also for it, honoring it through ceremonies of gratitude under the silvery light of the moon. They lit fires to the gods, the purest offerings, praying for balance between humans and nature. But Petén is not just a place of prayer. It is also the kingdom of the apex predator, the jaguar. In the silence of the forest, you can feel an invisible gaze fixed on you. Darkness falls on Petén faster than anywhere else. The sounds of the day fade away, giving way to distant calls, the unsettling murmur of insects and the rustling of leaves in the twilight. The quetzal flies among the treetops. The white-tailed deer graze near the forest edges. But everyone knows that at any moment the darkness can devour them. Petén makes no concessions. It is both a guardian and a constant test. Enter Petén with reverence. Listen to the heartbeat of the forest and perceive how every sound, every breeze carries with it the mysterious force of thousands of years. And if you ever feel a gaze from the shadows, do not fear. It is just a reminder that Petén always knows who you are and will be the one to decide if you can continue your path. The Petén jungle never sleeps. During the day, sunbeams filter through the treetops, drawing luminous flashes on the moss-covered ground, where small creatures hurry to find food. But when night falls, darkness becomes the absolute sovereign, and with it emerges a being that assumes its role, the jaguar. The Lord of the Shadows moves silently through the thicket like a spectre. His steps emit no sound as he travels the jungle trails. No one knows where he is. Only blurry tracks remain on the ground and a strange, enveloping silence. In Petén, where the density of the jungle turns light into something ephemeral, The jaguar is not just a predator, but a living legend. The jaguars of Petén are smaller compared to their counterparts that inhabit the plains or savannas of South America. Adult males weigh between 50 and 90 kilos, while females range between 45 and 70 kilos. Their body measures between 1.1 and 1.8 meters in length, not counting a tail that reaches 70 centimeters, which makes them the third largest feline in the world after the lion and the tiger. However, their strength and ferocity are incomparable. Listen closely. I will reveal it to you. In Petén, the jaguar has a coat densely covered with dark rosettes that allow it to camouflage perfectly among the dense vegetation of the tropical jungle. Some specimens present melanism with a uniform black coat. They are black jaguars. Even more enigmatic and fascinating, the jaguar patrols its territory, an area that covers more than 70 square kilometers, which he rules like a king without a throne. The jaguar needs no crown or entourage, as his innate majesty and instinct for dominance are enough to affirm his place in the jungle kingdom. His bright eyes scan every leaf and bush without missing a single movement. Darkness is his protective mantle. In his world, everything follows a sacred order. His prey is not only food, but also an essential piece of life. He is the perfect predator, but also the guardian of the jungle's balance. A sublime mission woven by the hands of the Creator. He hunts not only land animals such as the white-tailed deer or the tapir, but he is also capable of breaking the shells of turtles, a feat that few felines can match. It is living proof of perfection in creation, a being powerful enough to dominate and precise enough to maintain the fragile balance of the wild world. In Petén, where every creature has its role, the jaguar is the symbol of strength, power, and above all, of a sacred order that nature has granted to the jungle. A deadly dance is hidden under the veil of stillness. The jaguar has found his prey. Tonight, he has not eaten for a week. During the dry season, finding food becomes a challenge, while the rainy season offers a feast in abundance for the predator. Beside a stream, a doe nibbles on tender shoots of grass. Her large, sensitive ears rise attentively, but they do not detect the hunter lurking nearby. The herd narrowly escaped the night before, but this time their luck seems uncertain. The jaguar flattens against the ground, calculating every step with meticulous precision. Stalking and waiting are his favorite strategies. He moves in absolute silence, his muscles tense under the coat, ready for the attack. The distance is slowly reduced, 20 meters, then 15, then 10. The doe has no idea, and when she lowers her head again, the jaguar launches like lightning. With a speed of up to 80 kilometers per hour, the jaguar closes the distance in the blink of an eye. Do you remember the speed of a deer? Exactly. It is only half the speed of the jaguar. The outcome is decided for those who lag behind or lose vigilance. The forest echoes with the pursuit as small animals and insects run for cover. A jump of more than 6 meters brings the jaguar directly to his prey, and with a bite of more than 2,000 psi, he ends the hunt in a single blow. Instead of attacking the neck like other big cats, the jaguar pierces the skull of his prey, killing it instantly. This bite force is almost comparable to that of tigers and lions. This unique and effective tactic demonstrates his incomparable power. There are no unnecessary movements, only the precision of an apex predator. When the crunching of the leaves dissipates, darkness envelops the jungle again, hiding the traces of the hunt. The Peten jaguar not only hunts on land, it is also an exceptional swimmer, even more skilled than the tiger in the water. He can cross rivers, lakes, and swamps without making a sound, ambushing young crocodiles, turtles, and even large fish. In the jungle, no corner is completely safe from this hunter. Despite his ferocity, the jaguar also has moments of lightness. Observations in his natural habitat show that he enjoys rivers and lagoons, not only for hunting, but also for relaxing. Jaguar cubs chase bubbles or small fish, while adults enjoy the water as relief from the heat of the tropical jungle. In Maya culture, the jaguar was not just an animal, but a symbol of the god of shadows. The Mayas venerated it as the incarnation of Ixbalanque, the guardian of the underworld and protector of the jungle. Maya kings used his image on thrones and crowns as a symbol of power and connection with the divine. In sites such as Tikal and Yaksha, reliefs of jaguars with penetrating eyes still seem to guard the jungle as eternal guardians of this ancestral world. Today, Peten remains the last refuge of the jaguar in Guatemala. However, it faces growing threats: habitat loss, poaching, and human expansion. When night envelops the jungle again, the jaguar finishes his meal and disappears into the shadows just as he arrived, without a trace. Only the silence of the forest remains. In that stillness, the spirit of the jungle lives on, carrying the legend of the Lord of the Shadows, a majestic, powerful, and mysterious ruler. High above, where the leafy canopies of the trees of the Peten jungle intertwine, forming a green roof, two agile silhouettes cross the air. They are Jeffroy's spider monkeys, the acrobats of the jungle, accompanied by their companions, the black howler monkeys, emitters of the forest's most powerful echoes. Under the dim light that filters through the leaves, Jeffroy's spider monkey jumps from branch to branch with amazing skill. With a slender body about 50 centimeters long, they stand out for their prehensile tail up to 90 centimeters, so strong that it acts as a fifth limb. This tail that wraps firmly around the branches serves as a perfect support point while they stretch to reach ripe fruits suspended in the void. Each jump seems meticulously calculated, each movement agile and elegant, as if they were dancers on the stage of nature. Not far away, a male black howler monkey stops on a high branch, inflates his throat, and launches a powerful roar that seems to break the forest's calm. The sound resonates among the treetops, traveling up to 5 kilometers away as a declaration that this territory has an owner. This roar not only serves to defend his home, but also to communicate with members of his group. Females and calves respond with softer calls, creating a unique symphony, the soundtrack of the Peten jungle. However, is it really safe to be in the heights, away from the constant threat of the jaguar? Geoffroy's spider monkey, with its unrivaled agility and speed, quickly moves away from the low areas where the jaguar could lurk. With a playful touch, he throws empty fruit peels to the ground, nonchalantly marking his territory. For its part, the black howler monkey, slower but just as clever, seeks refuge on high, thick branches, places difficult even for the most formidable predator. The tension in the Peten jungle intensifies. The calls of the howler monkey diminish to whispers in an effort not to attract the hunter's attention. The most vulnerable calves cling firmly to their mothers with their dark, bright eyes, attentive to every movement of the group. They learn from the elders how to survive in a world full of dangers. Both Geoffroy's spider monkey and the black howler monkey are not only playful, but also essential for the ecosystem. By consuming fruits, they ingest seeds that they then disperse with their excrement, helping the regeneration of vegetation in new areas. They act as tireless gardeners, contributing to the balance and life in the jungle. The stories of these primates are not limited to the natural realm, but are also deeply rooted in mythology, in the Popol Vuh, the sacred book of the Mayas. Spider monkeys and howler monkeys are represented as mischievous beings, symbols of creativity and renewal. The Mayas believed that each roar of the howler monkey was a message from the gods, reminding them that life continues to spread through the forest. When night falls completely, the agile figures of the spider monkeys disappear into the twilight. The black howler monkeys take refuge in large branches where they can rest, although they always remain alert to any sign of danger. Under the treetops, the jaguar silently retreats, aware that tonight will not be his. Peten returns to its natural balance. There, among the highest branches, the primates continue their work. Diligent gardeners, mischievous spirits that give life to the forest, bravely defying the dangers that lurked in the darkness below them. The Peten sky is not just a refuge where monkeys escape predators like the jaguar. It is also home to another group of creatures, the keel-billed toucans, the brilliant messengers of the Peten jungle. A colorful figure breaks the silence, followed by another, then a third. A group of toucans crosses the air like fragments of living rainbows, reflecting the faint rays of sun that filter through the leaves. But they do not fly alone. these birds travel in small flocks of 6 to 12 individuals, moving with a unique rhythm. They alternate rapid flaps with smooth glides, carrying their large beaks forward as if they pulled their bodies after them. With their shiny black plumage, vibrant yellow chest, and spectacularly colourful beak, a mix of green, yellow, orange and red, the toucans seem to carry with them all the light of dawn. From a distance, their distinctive call resonates, a series of sounds reminiscent of a whistle, spreading among the treetops. These birds not only stand out for their appearance, but also for their vital role in the ecosystem. Their enormous beak between 12 and 15 centimeters is a perfect tool to reach fruits on their highest branches. Although fruits are their main food, they rarely consume the seeds completely. They drop them to the ground, helping to disperse the seeds and promoting the regeneration of the tropical jungle. Stopped on a high branch, the toucans begin their characteristic game. Two of them raise their large, colourful beaks, appearing to participate in a friendly duel. Another takes a ripe fruit, throws it in the air, and a companion quickly pounces to catch it as if playing a match of aerial volleyball. Under the dim light of the jungle, toucans not only display their dazzling beauty, but also symbolize vitality and connection. They live together in narrow tree hollows, sharing space and forming a clear social structure where each member fulfills an important role. Their behaviors, from throwing fruit to playing or dueling with their beaks, are not only forms of entertainment, but also methods to strengthen cohesion and order within the group. Toucans have a deep connection with the Maya culture. It is said that on days of intense rain, when the sun disappeared, their calls brought back the light. Imagine, in a dark jungle where light barely appears in flashes, a toucan emerges with its radiant beak, bringing with it the warmth of dawn. With a wingspan of about 50 centimeters, they fly among the tall trees, drawing rays of color in the air like small rainbows crossing the forest. However, like the spider monkeys that inhabit the treetops, the lives of toucans are never completely safe. Predators such as the grey hawk lurk in silence from a distance, perceiving a threat. The flocks of toucans emit alarm signals and quickly disappear among the foliage like colourful arrows, getting lost in the depths of the jungle. The Peten jungle would not be the same without the toucans. Research has shown that these birds help disperse seeds of more than 100 different tree species, promoting the biodiversity of the tropical jungle. Even in the harsh, dry season, toucans sow seeds that with the arrival of the rains germinate and return the greenness to the forest. Each seed they drop is a promise for the future, a reminder that life here always finds a way to renew itself. The Peten sky is a dance full of rhythm where spider monkeys glide through the branches, howler monkeys sing, and toucans trace rainbow paths in the air. Each creature is an essential piece of the forest, from the highest to the dark ground below. And when the last rays of the sun fade, the colourful silhouettes of the toucans disappear among the leaves, leaving the Peten sky to the creatures of the night who continue telling the eternal stories of the jungle. The Peten jungle is tinged with a mystical golden and orange colour when the last toucans cross the sky and the agitation of the spider monkeys begins to diminish. The forest floor seems to enter a completely different rhythm. Among the dry leaves that rustle softly, a bright figure appears fleetingly. It is the Central American coral snake, a creature both beautiful and dangerous, enveloped in a halo of mystery. The coral snake is a masterpiece of nature. Its slender body, measuring between 60 and 120 centimeters, is adorned with alternating bands of red, black, and bright yellow, forming a pattern that is both attractive and intimidating. The length of its body is directly related to the amount of venom it can inject. The coral snake's venom, although rarely used, is extremely potent, capable of paralyzing the nervous system in a matter of minutes. Faced with humans, the coral snake almost always chooses to flee and only bites if it feels cornered. Its short fangs make it difficult to inject venom through thick clothing, although they can pierce thinner fabrics. However, any direct bite on the skin should be considered a medical emergency and requires immediate attention. Since July 2021, Pfizer has confirmed the availability of an effective antivenom. This species is mainly nocturnal, active when darkness covers the jungle. It glides silently between decomposing leaves or takes refuge in rock crevices, hiding its presence until necessary. By feeding on smaller snakes and lizards, the coral snake plays a crucial role in controlling other animal populations, helping to maintain the balance of the ecosystem. But the coral snake is not just a being of wild nature. For the ancient Mayas, it was a sacred symbol. Snakes represented wisdom and protection, embodying Kukulcan, the great feathered serpent god of Maya mythology. Drawings of coral snakes appear on the walls of pyramids, reminding us that these lands and jungles are always protected by silent guardians. According to legends, when the balance of the land is in danger, snakes appear to restore it. They do not hunt indiscriminately, but are reserved warriors, acting only when necessary, such as controlling rodent pests to ensure good harvests. Under the dim light of the forest, a coral snake glides slowly toward a crevice near the roots of a centennial tree. Each of its movements is fluid, without emitting a single sound. However, in its apparent calm lies a formidable force. It is a creature that does not need to hunt aggressively or flaunt its power. It exists as part of the twilight, a reminder that even in the most radiant beauty, a mortal danger can be hidden. When night falls, the Petén jungle becomes more enigmatic than ever. From the heights where toucans and spider monkeys dominate the sky, to the ground where the jaguar and the coral snake rule, each creature is integrated into the endless cycle of life and death. When the Petén jungle is left behind, giving way to lowlands and tranquil water surfaces, Guatemala reveals a different beauty, serene but full of life. Here, crystal clear lakes, vibrant rivers, and vast swamps become the soul of the landscape, a refuge that feeds and protects innumerable forms of life. However, these peaceful waters are not simply a part of nature. They are guardians of sacred stories that date back thousands of years. Lake Atitlan, known as the Jewel of Central America, is nestled among imposing volcanoes, offering a spectacle unique in the world. With more than 340 meters depth, it is the deepest lake in the region. Its waters reflect the bright blue sky during the day and sparkle like a silver mirror under the moonlight. For the Mayas, Atitlan was a sacred place where souls returned after leaving this world. In the early morning hours, when a light mist covers the lake's surface, it seems that one is before a portal to the eternal. Not only Atitlan, but also the rivers and swamps of Guatemala are the vital arteries of this land. They flow through the lowlands, providing water and food to thousands of species, from the agile near-tropical otters to the majestic Morales crocodiles. Water is not just a habitat, it is the source of life itself, a concept deeply rooted in the Maya worldview. For the ancient Mayas, water was the core of the universe, the element the gods used to create the world. They performed rituals on the shores of rivers and lakes, expressing their gratitude to nature. In these ceremonies, they offered their most precious goods, praying for abundant rains, prosperous harvests, and balance in their lives. However, do not let the calm of the lakes and swamps fool you. Under the surface, life is vibrant and even dangerous. A Morales crocodile glides silently through the swamp. Its eyes shine like lanterns in the gloom. It moves slowly without a single noise, as if it were an extension of the water itself. Meanwhile, the near-tropical otter, with its shiny coat and astute gaze, swims agilely, keeping away from the implacable predator. The sun colors the waters with a golden tone, each drop appearing to contain a story of the past. Souls, rituals, and the secrets of the universe that the Mayas believed guarded by the water gods remain hidden under these tranquil waves. In front of Lake Atitlan or on the shore of a small river, stop and listen. Maybe you will perceive the murmur of these stories. When night descends and the last lights of day fade over Lake Atitlan. An enveloping stillness covers the lowlands and the vast swamps. Small animals stop at the water's edge, hesitant and cautious. Their instinct saves them. Under the tranquil surface, an ancestral predator lurks, the Morales crocodile, the uncrowned monarch of fresh waters. The Morales crocodile is a characteristic species of Guatemala with an average length of 2.5 to 3 meters. Some larger specimens can reach 4 meters and exceed 200 kilograms. Its thick, dark skin, covered with osteoderms, small bony scales, allows it to camouflage perfectly between the mud and the murky water. Under that resistant armor lies a formidable body capable of moving with terrifying speed, launching itself from the water in a matter of seconds. In the darkness, the crocodile's eyes shine like gems, silently observing each movement above and below the surface. Its hunting strategy is simple but deadly: patience. An adult crocodile can remain motionless for hours, waiting for an unsuspecting prey to approach close enough. When the moment arrives, with a powerful blow of its muscular tail and an explosive jump, everything ends in an instant. The Morales crocodile is not picky about its diet. It hunts from fish and waterfowl to neotropical otters. And it does not hesitate to attack larger prey like Central American tapirs or white-tailed deer, with a bite force of up to 3,700 pounds per square inch, more powerful than that of the jaguar. It can crush bones and end its prey immediately. When an adult Morales crocodile glides through the swamp, the water ripples softly in its wake. The presence of this predator is enough to sow terror among birds perched near the shore or fish swimming on the surface. A school of small fish scatters in a frenzy, and then silence dominates again. But this is just the prelude. With a sudden jump from the water, the crocodile catches a water bird, dragging it to the bottom in its famous death roll. Tearing its prey into small pieces to devour it. However, the Morales crocodile is not just a fearsome hunter. It is an essential piece in the ecosystem of Guatemala's swamps and lakes. By regulating the populations of fish and other small animals, it helps to maintain the ecological balance in freshwater habitats. The ancient Mayas also had a special connection with crocodiles. In reliefs and legends, crocodiles were considered guardians of the rivers and lakes, protectors of the sacred waters of the land. Ceremonies performed beside rivers and lakes not only sought to attract rains, but also to honor crocodiles, seen as incarnations of the balance between life and death. In the shadows when night deepens, the Morales crocodile returns silently to the water, disappearing as it had arrived. It leaves behind a tranquil surface, but its powerful presence remains engraved in the memory. Darkness still envelops the swamps of Guatemala when suddenly the tranquil surface of the water is interrupted by an imposing figure. A jabiru spreads its wings and descends toward the water. With a wingspan of almost 3 meters, the sound of the wind cut by its wings resonates in the air. At more than 1.5 meters tall, the jabiru is not only the largest bird in Central America, but also one of the most living symbols of the Guatemalan swamp ecosystem. Its pure white plumage contrasts with its deep black neck and its large, straight black beak that measures up to 30 centimeters. It is a perfect tool for hunting. The jabiru moves with grace, but with a majestic presence. Its long legs, like fine pillars, carry it through shallow waters while it looks for fish, shrimp, and small amphibians hidden in the mud. When it detects its prey, a quick and precise movement of its beak ensures a clean and efficient catch. The jabiru not only stands out for its size, but also for its unique life habits. These birds usually live in pairs or in small family groups, each protecting a wide swamp territory where they look for food and build their nests. The nests, authentic natural wonders made with large branches and dry leaves, can reach up to 2 meters in diameter and are usually located at the top of robust trees to keep the young safe. At dawn, the silhouettes of the jabiru crossing the sky of Guatemala carry with them fragments of the dawn light. Thanks to its wingspan and its ability to fly at high altitudes, they play a crucial role in seed dispersal. Contributing to the regeneration and conservation of biodiversity in the swamps, the jabiru symbolizes the connection between land and sky. In Maya rituals related to water and rain, this bird appeared as a living prayer directed to the gods, imploring the protection of water sources considered the soul of life. However, the presence of the jabiru is also a reminder of the fragility of the environment. With a declining population due to habitat loss and human invasion, the jabiru is listed as near threatened. The swamps of Guatemala, like sacred arteries of the land, are becoming the last refugees for this majestic bird. Under the soft light of dawn, the jabiru takes flight again with its enormous wings extended, spanning almost the entire sky. Its flight is not only a symbol of freedom, but also an urgent call to protect the swamps, vital homes for thousands of other species. The sound of the wind cut by its wings is the pulse of a living ecosystem, a reminder of the importance of preserving wonders like the jabiru. When the light of dawn settles over the rivers and swamps of Guatemala, the water surface comes to life. Small waves arise suddenly, revealing an agile figure gliding through the water. It is the neotropical otter, a mischievous and intelligent creature that inhabits the rivers and wetlands of the lowlands. The neotropical otter is a key piece in the freshwater ecosystems of Central and South America, with a total length of 90 to 130 centimeters, of which up to 40% corresponds to a strong and muscular tail. it is perfectly adapted for aquatic life. Its thick and shiny coat not only provides insulation against cold water, but is also waterproof, keeping its body dry and light, allowing it to move with agility underwater. These otters spend much of their time on the riverbanks, showing an exceptional ability for hunting. With sharp vision and webbed feet, they can dive deep and swim quickly in strong currents to catch fish, shrimp, crabs, and even small amphibians. One study revealed that they consume up to 1 kilo of food a day, playing a crucial role in controlling fish populations and in maintaining the balance in aquatic ecosystems. But otters are not just hunters. They are also ingenious and social. Their playful behavior and interactions between members of their group make them the center of attention. In small groups of 2 to 5 individuals, they often have fun playing with pieces of wood or throwing small stones as if executing an acrobatic show on the water. Although the river is their home, it is not free of dangers. Natural predators such as the Morelais crocodile represent a constant threat, forcing otters to survive in an environment full of challenges. However, their capacity for adaptation is extraordinary. They build burrows in the steep banks of the rivers using cracks between rocks and thickets as shelter, and move agilely between different bodies of water to find food. As the sun rises in the sky, an otter emerges from the water with a small fish flailing in its mouth. It quickly climbs a rock, uses its skillful front legs to hold its prey, and devours it with precision, like a culinary master enjoying his feast. In a matter of seconds, it dives again, disappearing in the shimmering waters of the river. The otter's fast actions and hunting skills not only help to maintain the balance of the ecosystem, but also amaze and fascinate those who observe them. When the sun sets over the long sandy beaches of Guatemala, the golden glow is interrupted by a subtle movement. From the depths of the vast ocean emerges a creature carrying stories of millions of years of evolution: sea turtles. Guatemala, with its coasts bathed by the Pacific, is witness to one of the most amazing journeys of nature. Species such as the green turtle, the hawksbill, and the olive ridley return each year, from August to December, to the same beaches where they were born decades ago. There they complete the eternal cycle of life by laying their eggs in the sands that once saw them born. The trip is not just long, but full of challenges. An adult sea turtle may have traveled thousands of kilometers through the ocean, facing strong currents, predators, and the constant threats of human activity. However, by a miracle of nature, they find their way back to this sacred place, guided perhaps by the memory of their first steps toward the sea. Under the moonlight, an olive ridley turtle slowly emerges from the water. Each movement is a monumental effort, as its body adapted for swimming struggles to move on the sand without the support of the water. With determination, it digs a deep hole with its back legs and begins to deposit its eggs. Each one, white and round like precious pearls, represents the hope of the next generation. In a single laying, it can deposit up to 100 eggs, repeating this process several times during the season to increase the survival chances of its species. However, the beaches are not a completely safe refuge for sea turtles. Morales crocodiles, foxes, and other predators lurk waiting for the right moment to take advantage of the eggs or newly born hatchlings. And even if the little turtles manage to break the shell and advance toward the ocean, they face even greater dangers: strong waves, birds, and marine predators. Statistics are discouraging. Only 1 in 1,000 hatchlings will reach adulthood. But sea turtles are not just inhabitants of the ocean. They are also sacred symbols in Guatemalan culture. Their images adorn ceramics and architectural structures, representing the connection between the sky, the earth, and the sea. For ancient peoples, their annual return symbolized renewal and the cycle of life, reminding us that all existence has an origin, and that the return is an essential part of eternity. When the night becomes deeper, the sea turtle finishes its work. It carefully covers the nest with sand, using its back legs to protect the eggs from predators. Then, with the same slowness, but with purpose, it crawls back to the ocean. A wave receives it, and in an instant, it disappears in the darkness, leaving behind a tranquil beach but loaded with hope. Let's wait for the day when the hatchlings emerge and run toward the sea, some of them growing up to return and continue this extraordinary story. The morning in the Petén jungle begins like a prayer. Sunbeams silently filter through the treetops, illuminating the dew-covered leaves as if God extended his blessing over this land. From the top of the ancient Maya pyramids, where sacred ceremonies were once performed, nature continues whispering its story, a story of life, beauty, and the challenges that creation has entrusted. Faced with those challenges, Guatemala has not remained immobile. Protected areas, as oases of hope, have been expanded and strengthened. Tikal National Park, recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site with an area of more than 576 square kilometers, not only protects Maya monuments, but is also a safe haven for hundreds of animal species, including the jaguar. Further north, the Maya Biosphere Reserve covers more than 21,600 square kilometers. It is the largest biosphere reserve in Central America, a bastion of life where Jeffroy's spider monkeys jump among the treetops and toucans paint color symphonies in the sky. Conservation projects have achieved encouraging progress. The Sea Turtle Conservation Project, started in 2003, has released more than 1 million hatchlings into the ocean, renewing hope for future generations. The Jaguar Protection Program, through monitoring and conservation, has managed to increase the jaguar population by 20% in a decade. The Guatemalan government has intensified legal measures and international cooperation to combat poaching and the illegal trade of wildlife. In 2020, more than 500 cases of illegal trade were detected and stopped, representing a 15% decrease compared to the previous year. Collaborations with Interpol and other international organizations have resulted in the recovery of more than 2,000 wildlife specimens during rescue operations. On the coasts, local communities have joined sea turtle conservation initiatives. A new generation is being educated to love and respect nature instead of exploiting it without control. More than 100,000 students have participated in environmental education programs, sowing from an early age the awareness of the importance of preserving the environment. At sunset, when the sun hides, the mythical plumage of the quetzal brushes the last rays of light, tracing a rainbow in the sky. Guatemala continues to be a land full of challenges, but in each protected area and in each restoration project, there is a prayer for life. God has granted humanity the privilege of caring for and protecting the earth. But that responsibility is not just a right, it is a mission. Guatemala, with its mountains, jungles, rivers, and seas, is a testimony to the sacred bond between the human being and creation. Every creature here is a part of the story we must preserve. Will we be able to live up to that mission? Look at the jabiru's wings rising from the swamps, or the jaguar's bright eyes in the deep jungle, and you will find the answer. It has always been in nature, waiting for us to understand it. If you love the nature of Guatemala, share your thoughts in the comments. Your voice will be a great inspiration to continue with the conservation of this rich natural world, protecting life and our beautiful planet for future generations. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell so you don't miss the next wonderful adventures.